Welcome, everyone. You are about to embark on a journey through the universe as you indulge in this extraordinary essence of enlightened, empowered, evolved. Let the show begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just in time. Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryant Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I know everyone's doing well, and everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm excited yet again, and you know why. And today is even more special. Well, every day is special, but I have a returning guest. You know what? I don't even want to say returning guest. I want to say a regular on my podcast. And I'm speaking that into existence because I feel like that you'll see why that she's going to be this person's going to be on here quite a bit. First episode she was on, what was that entitled? Let me see. I think it was, let me look it up really quick. See, we're going with the flow today, so it's nothing messed up today. There's nothing. Being in alignment with your best self was the title of the first episode of this podcast she was on. I'm just going to just introduce her as uh uh from Karma Free Living. Is that right?
Yep, Karma Free Living with a
Karma
G.
Free Living. Yes. And let me see what else I can put in there really quick. Yeah, we're going with the flow. Like I said, we're going with the flow.
I am a
Karma Free
vegan
Living.
gypsy soul. How about that?
Yes, certified holistic wellness, mindset coach, transformational speaker. These are all just titles, but you're well beyond this as well. So much more. But without further ado, Maria Soprano. How are you doing today again, Maria?
Hey, Luke, thank you for the beautiful introduction. Doing wonderful as always. Thank
Yes,
you. That was
yes.
a beautiful introduction. And
Yeah, I
yes,
did
we are
that on
speaking
purpose,
regular into
like looking and
existence.
everything. I did it on purpose because I said today we're going to switch it up a little bit. It's going to be more like just like we're just really having a conversation and everything is go with the flow. So that's why I already took us out of that structure.
I love
So
it.
yes, I want to say again because this is what I love to say, and I really feel this way that I believe that time is one of our most precious assets, and for you to choose again to spend some of your time here with me on Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Luke. I'm really happy to be here. Last time it just flowed so beautifully. I couldn't wait to come back on, see what happens this time.
Yes. So just as we said prior to this segment, because Maria and I, we sent each other messages earlier today, and we said we're just going to go with the flow. And when you, in my perspective, this will be an introduction to that flow, but in my perspective, when you, like you've all heard me say before, my tribe, when you are connected with somebody that's on similar frequencies, you're going to get into some great conversations. Now, and I'm not just saying just that, but when you're talking to somebody that you have things in common with, you know how that conversation flows. And especially if it's the intentions are similar in regard to elevating and going through adversities and reaching towards your higher self and connecting with your spirit and just consciousness, just high vibe, to name a few, it's always going to flow, awesomely. So I just have to say that. So I'm just going to deep dive us into the deep end of the ocean right now. And I'm going to I don't want to use the word hit, but I'm going to present this question to Maria Soprano. Who are you? In your perspective, who are you? And what is your purpose in this life? Do you feel is your
Who am
purpose?
I?
Yes, who
Oh,
are
you
you?
hit me with one. Oh,
Yes. No, I didn't hit you. I presented.
no, but I love it. No, I love it. I love the challenge.
Do
So
you want me?
honestly,
Okay, go ahead. Yes.
I started describing myself as a vegan gypsy soul. And
Okay.
I feel like that just describes me so much because I'm such a free spirit.
Right.
I am a don't want to harm anything, don't want to cause anybody pain, don't want to cause any living or, just nothing. I don't want anything to be in harm because we spoke about this last time. That's why it's karma-free living.
Right.
But also I'm just a gypsy soul. As you see with this conversation, I go with the flow. I
Right.
let go and I trust that it wasn't always like that. But that is who I am now. I see myself as a vessel more than anything else. I am a vessel. Like right before we did this, I did a meditation, and I literally said, "Let me be the vessel, and my words let them come out so they can help somebody else who's going through it. Somebody that's watching this right now is going to hear the words I say, and it's going to be aligned with what they need. That's who I am. And what was the second part of the question?
Let me
Or did we
elaborate
just go with the
on my take on it, and then I'll hit you with the second question because I want this to kind of be a
okay?
back and forth interaction. So that is absolutely great. And this is just my perspective. You don't need my validation because whatever you are aligned with, whatever you feel in here, that's exactly who you are. But this is just me just giving my perspective. That's amazing. And I really connected to the part where you said you're a vessel because similarly, in my current level of consciousness, I've been listening to, I'm going to name several people. And before I say this, when I listen to other people or whatever, it's not just that I know everything comes from man or whatever, but it has to resonate with my spirit. It has to resonate when I say something or repeat something that I've heard from someone else. And these different individuals like Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy. I've been listening to this man from the East named Sadhguru, and then another man named Mooji, Mooji. I encourage you to look him up. But there are some things that resonate with me when they talk about who we are. And oftentimes, and I'm just saying this because it resonates with me. And I don't know if I'm going to say it word for word, right? Or explain it as eloquently as they did. But you say oftentimes one thing you said, we're a vessel because we're spirit, we're consciousness, and in my perspective, we're in this human experience for a reason. This is not really us. We're in this body. So we are vessels. This body is a vessel. And I think we've been put in it, incarnated in it. And what I gathered from the different people that I've listened to and connected with is that we put a lot of titles on who we are. The titles come from our brain thinking, okay, we're this, we're that, we're the person that owns this and that. And think about that. Really, that's all fleeting, subject to change, and it's not really the essence of who we are. Who we are is a person that's just observing all of this. And when it's all said and done, when we're done with this life, if you believe in, that none of the stuff that we've attached to us, the titles, are coming with us. None of it. So
Right.
that's really speaking to me now. So I'm looking at myself as consciousness, an observer that's not attached to anything. No titles really. I mean, I do at times put titles on myself, but if you really, I'm just in this zone today. We're talking about right now. So we're being present. So
I
uh
have a hard time putting titles to myself. That's
yeah,
why it was hard for me to answer that
yeah.
because I see myself. That's why the closest I could think of was free spirit because
Yes,
I am
no,
energy.
no.
We are energy.
Believe me, I get you. Because in order, just for context, we do put titles so we can have something to
Hmm.
reference. So no, no, no. Like I said prior, there's no wrong answers. This is a flowing conversation, and I connect with everything that you said. Believe me, and I'm just trying to describe what I'm trying to what I'm thinking. And see, there it is again, thinking. So our brains is how we've been programmed, how we've grown up. Society has programmed us to put titles on things and titles of who we are when really we just are. We just are. We just are. We just are consciousness observing, and all these other titles, the things that we think we own. And if you really get down to the bare essence of that, things that we feel like that belong to us, if you really get down to the bare essence of that, nothing belongs to you. Because tell me, what are you going to take with you?
Nothing.
In any of these
Just the
titles?
energy that I came with.
Yeah, just the energy that you came with. And it's, yes, that's it. So the titles, what we've attached us to, oh, I'm a businessman that makes 6 figures, 7 figures. None of that. And I'm not saying this so that no one has any goals or shooting down anything. Because while we're here living in these avatars, yes, we want to have compensation and live comfortably. Time equates, money equates to more freedom in this culture that we live in. And yeah, in my perspective, because I've met people like that are Buddhist monks. They don't connect to any of that. They live very simply. They nothing to do with any money, anything, own anything. Maybe one garment that they have that they wash every day and put it back on. And just life is perspective. So yes, I am a spirit, a consciousness, having a human experience, part of it. And I also
I
believe,
have a question for you, actually.
yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Have you read the book I Am, I Create?
Uh,
I can't remember
I
who wrote it. I
Yes, I'll have to look
it's
that up, but I'll write that down.
yeah.
Give me a
I
second.
am,
I
I
create.
create.
Okay. Okay. I'll write that down.
It's
Okay. Okay. Give me a little. What were you going to say
so
about it? I
I
know you
am.
were going to say
We
something.
are well, we are all I am. We are all of the
I
same
am.
energy.
That's
We are
right.
all of the same source.
Yes.
And so everything that we believe, we create. Just like
Yes.
this thing. I manifested this, I created it. We create whether it's good or whether it's bad. And
Right.
that's what a lot of people don't pay attention to. They think that we're only creating, the good things in our life. So the book that is it's a female author, and she speaks about how it's kind of, how Abraham Hicks channels.
Right.
It's very similar to that.
Esther
And it talks
Hicks.
about how
Yeah.
we are all of the same source
Right.
and how we create. But it also speaks about our persona.
Right.
Maria is my persona.
Right.
Luke Bryant is
I
your
like that.
persona.
I like that. See, there you
And
go.
our
See?
persona gets in the way.
Right.
Like when we were trying to think of titles, think of instead of just letting it be, because the persona, the ego part of us wants to have a title, wants to have, and
Right.
it's so it talks about the two. And I thought it was a book that you would absolutely love to read or listen to.
I create. I wrote it down and I am going to check into it because
Yeah,
just from you saying that title, you already know what I'm about to say. That resonates with me. That's so powerful. But yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, we are part of like sometimes when I just want to be, I feel like that mood, people will ask, who am I? Where am I from? And I just say, I am a part of the whole. And they're looking at me like, what are you
We are.
talking about? I'm a part of the
That
whole,
woohoo
whole
stuff.
thing. I'm just a part of the whole thing,
Yeah.
a part of the universe. And
Hmm.
everything else is when people ask you, we are in this world, from my perspective, we are caught up in a lot of titles and who you are, where you're from, what nationality are you, what is this, and really, what does any of that matter? It really doesn't. We want to put titles on people so we know how to deal with them or how to judge them or how to perceive them based on where they're from, how much money they
Hmm.
make, what nationality they are, and where we've been programmed, so indoctrinated with that these titles. And that's why when I meditate, I shed all those titles and just be, and just even when we have a human brain, so we're always going to think. So, but just know that I myself am not my brain. I just have a brain. That's my persona. So what I'm saying is, and I hope I'm making sense, is I just observe the person with the brain. I just
Yeah.
observe and just look at it like when I'm meditating, I'm consciousness seeing that, like everything around me. Okay, this is just what this person is just experiencing, in this avatar body. And I hope I'm not getting too deep for whoever else is listening, but Yes, that's a little bit. I know that that was a long way, but I'm gonna hit you with the next question. So, what is your
Okay.
purpose, Maria? What do you feel that your purpose in this
I almost
lifetime
don't even want to
is?
say it, but I feel like I am one of the teachers. I do. I do
Okay,
feel like I'm going to be the teachers that I listen to, Abraham Hicks, Joe Dispenza, Wayne
right,
Dyer. Like I feel that I have that same purpose. And
right,
I honestly, I'm going to be really honest with you. I
right.
feel that my picture is so big. I have not even seen it all yet. I am here to help other people learn the power that we have within us. I spoke last time of how my body was filled with disease and I couldn't get out of bed. I was an
Yes,
addict. My body was riddled with disease, like filled. And I learned how to create the life that I wanted.
right,
What I did, I learned how to heal myself. I learned how to create the life I wanted. What I did is not exception. It's
right,
not. And I am here now. My purpose is to help others see and learn that they can do the same and to share that light, to spread it. But in all honesty, I don't even see the full picture. I feel like it's not even created yet what I'm supposed to be doing. That,
right.
to be honest with you, it feels like it's that big. But I do like, I know that, you know, how when you write just like free flow writing, I'm sure you've done
Right.
similar things like that,
Exactly.
free flow writing. And in it, it's been coming up lately that I am a teacher, that I am like one of the teachers that's going to help enlighten people and teach them to free themselves and teach them this incredible power we have. I mean, now that you like, I'm sure you listen to Joe Dispenza, we
Oh yeah,
heal
I have a few
ourselves.
books from Joe.
Cancer, what? Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like we literally can overcome disease. We can overcome so much. And when, oh my God, the things I've been creating lately, now when you realize you have that power, I
Right,
literally like I'll put something out in the universe when I'm doing my meditation this morning. I'm like, this is what's happening today, and this is what we're creating. And
right,
sure enough, I don't know how it's going to happen. I say
right,
to the universe, surprise me, make me laugh,
right,
wow me, universe. That's how I end my meditations in the mornings. Wow me, universe. And
right,
then each and every day, the universe wows me, and I'm like,
right.
crap. Like even though I know I'm creative, it's like wow.
Rightfully
So
so.
that's what I feel like I'm here to help other people learn how to do too.
Right, right. And that is amazing. And I feel along similar lines with myself too. I consider myself, in my perspective, a teacher and a student. And in order to be a great teacher, you have to be a great student because you open yourself up. And I'm not saying just being a student to just another person, but a student to the universe, a student to experiences, a student to awareness, just observing and being a student and absorbing, even when you go through, like you said, that was very powerful on the first show. When you went through all that, you had to be a student within that because you learned from all that.
Mhm.
At the time, you didn't know that, okay, this
Mhm.
is just a learning experience. I'm getting through this. You didn't know that. But
Mhm.
now that you have a vantage point, you can see that that was a lesson for you to go through all of that because it made you even more powerful and more passionate. You have contrast. And I believe that life is about contrast, especially our human brains. That's how it's set up for contrast to compare this to that. Okay, we enjoy this more because we've been through that. That's just the way it is. Life is that way: winter, summer, dark, light, positive,
And I
negative.
will be a student till my
Yeah,
last breath. I will.
exactly.
I want to
Exactly.
learn till my last breath. I don't think there's such a thing as we're always meant to learn. We're always meant to grow. And like you said, all of those things that I went through were a learning experience, but this is still a learning experience. I'm nowhere. That's why I said I couldn't even answer it completely because I still haven't learned it all. I still don't know exactly how far I'm going, you know?
And that's
Learning.
amazing to always be in both of those spaces. And what I mean by that, to know that you do know a lot, but you still have a lot to learn. And in
Mhm.
my perspective, that's how I look at myself. I don't look at myself as better than anyone, just different. I look at it that we're all on different, if I have to put a title on it, levels of consciousness, different stages. And that's how I look at it. So I'm when I compare myself, if I have to compare, to who I was yesterday. That some people
Mhm.
don't do that, but I do. So that I can say, okay, I feel like I'm on a higher level. And when I say level, I feel like I'm more aware today because of some things that I've learned, or just it might be something of a roadblock that I've finally overcome with ease now. It's no longer a struggle. So I feel like, okay, I've reached another level. And sometimes you just feel inside you. I don't know if you've had that feeling before that I've just reached another level, another stage right now. I just feel it. And yes, that's it. So that's
You,
amazing.
you probably know of Agape in LA with Michael Beckwith.
Yes,
So
Michael
something that
Michael
he
Bernard
said
Beckwith.
really, I just went to go see him. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. And something he said that really, really resonated with me because he was speaking about how when you find that higher level and you just like, wow, like you've reached that next level.
Right,
But this is a human experience, which means that no matter how much we've reached that next level, we still get knocked back down. And
right,
he spoke about how as enlightened as he is,
right,
he has literally had to crawl physically on the floor, crawling. We spoke about depression and everything last time, where he will be knocked back down, crawling. He gets back up and he's like, I learned this lesson. I'm good. I'm enlightened. Boom, you get back, knocked back down. You're crawling on the floor
right.
again. But that is part of life. That's what we were saying about learning. We are always learning. That is the human experience, is to continue learning and growing, continue enlightening, but don't think that you're not going to be knocked back down through life because that's just part of our experience.
That is it's this human experience. Yes, yes. As long
Hmm.
as we're in these limiting bodies, that's
Bodies, yeah.
exactly what we're meant to experience and pick up, in my perspective, to pick up the lessons and to take it with us, take the experiences, the consciousness with us. Amazing, amazing. So, okay, see, I just wanted to hit you with those two questions, and I don't think they were hard at all. But what do you have going on these days since the last time I spoke with you?
I'm a Yes. So I'm actually about to start announcing. I'm putting together a vegan retreat. I have a couple companies going on, but first one that I'm doing, we have in September. It's not even launched yet, so make sure you're following me, guys. A vegan retreat where we're going to help people learn the balance of the mind, body, and spirit, learning the power that the foods have to heal us. Going to be in nature, listening to sound bath ceremonies out on
Wow.
mountaintops. It's going to be incredible. What else do I have going on? My Karma Sea Gems, that's still going on, and they are doing incredible. My sea moss business. I'm just trying to help people learn because we are mind, body, and spirit. And I said this last
Right,
time when you could do all you want at the gym, all you want, putting that nutrition in, but if you're not taking care of your mind and your spirit, you're still messed up. So this
right,
is why everything
right.
I work with is to balance the three. It's all about the
Wow.
three. You're going to be on one of my lives, and I haven't sent you my list yet, but my lives, each one of my lives, ended up like they have to do with different parts of us. We want
Right.
to deal with the trauma that we're dealing with the wellness in our body. So that's just some of what I have going on. I always have workshops going on, but I have to touch something that you said before. What I'm
Sure.
going to be doing is
Sure.
I want to actually be traveling to colleges because I want to start working with young adults because young adults, a lot of times they feel like they are broken. So my goal is to be going to young adults and let them know, give them the tools they need to start to overcome this stress and this depression and all of this. So right now I'm in the process of trying to find investors and sponsors because like you said, we are always learning. And I am not at all where I feel like I am at the top level. I want to make the biggest impact I can. In order for me to do that, I have to continue learning and learning from the best to make the type of impact that I want to make. So
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be doing this. And but my biggest thing is my retreat's coming out. I'm going to probably be launching that next week, and I'm really excited about that.
Oh, amazing, amazing. And while we're on those two subjects, how can number one, people connect with you in regard to your business idea, proposition? How can they connect, donate, whatever? How can they do that? Do you have a link, a website you can tell us, or email? How? What's the best way?
I am on let's see, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and I am Karma Free Living with a G at the end. Last time my accent doesn't let the G come out. You could reach me, DM me on any one of those.
Yes.
That's the best way to reach me. I'm in the process of getting my landing page going on, which will also be karmafreeliving.life.
Right.
That should be coming out in the next week or two. It's in the process of being done right now. But so that would be probably the best way to reach me is on social media. I have haven't done a specific thing yet to have the funds coming in.
Right.
This is a new thing that I realized that in order to get to the level that I need to be at, that's what I'm going to need. And I know that a lot of people believe in what I'm doing and how much I want to help others, and it's just going to come to me. That's just one of the things I'm manifesting. So,
Yeah, right. Yes. If I may suggest, and I'm sure you already know this part, is you set the intention, but start writing out everything, start
mhm.
formulating your plan as if you're moving forward with it, and you're generating that momentum and that energy to move forward, with that. Just like, and I'll give you an example. When I know I need new wardrobe or whatever, I start getting rid of a lot of clothes, even though I don't
I
have the
love
new
that.
wardrobe yet, or I don't have the funding for it yet. I just start getting rid of clothes. I start donating, and next thing you know, it
It's
happens.
funny
So,
you say that. It's funny you say that because Lisa Nichols has been my coach. I don't know if you're
right,
familiar with her. And I actually called her office and I said, I don't have the money yet. I'm not there yet, but know that
right,
I'm going to be in there. And I already
right,
told them, I said, I'm there. So just know that I'm one of your students and I'm speaking it into existence 100%. I have
right,
zero doubt in my life. Yeah, I've been getting like, when you just know something's supposed to
right,
be your path, it's not for me to know how it's going to happen.
right,
It's not. I just know it is, and I just release it, let it
right.
happen. But I love that idea of just clearing out the closet. That's
And I have, you
yeah.
know what? Let me find something here, but I have someone that I believe you should reach out to in regard when you're ready. And she was the last person I had. No, she wasn't the last person. But if you go to my YouTube channel and look up, I just put her up like 1 or 2 days ago. But if you look up, everything happens for you, not you, and her name, let me get to it. I said we're going with the flow today.
I know exactly the one you're talking about because I was going to come on here and talk about something similar to that because I believe in that as well.
Yeah, Dr. Helen Tong. No, what I'm saying is
Hmm.
she didn't have any money to start her wellness center, and someone gave her some information where because of the type of business it was, they funded all the money and the startup money, and she didn't put a dollar down at all. So you might want to speak to her to see how she did that. And she's in Florida. Yeah.
I'm smiling because in my meditation, it told me to bring this up. And I
Yep.
had no intention of bringing up this part. And now I know why, because you're putting me in touch with somebody.
You see, Dr.
So
Helen Tong, and I have her also. You know what? I'm going to find while we're here. I'm finding her on my messenger, right? Dr. Helen Tong. I'm going to her Facebook. I'm copying her profile link and I'm texting it to you now. And then when you do reach out to her, if you do, just tell her Luke Bryan Smith you were on his Enlightened Empowered Evolved podcast, and I would like to talk to you. However, I'm not going to tell you what to say, but
yeah.
she manifested that a couple of times with no money, and she's from Canada. She came here to the U.S. No money, filled out some forms, got the money. She didn't have any money, hardly any credit, and it happened. So
Yep.
I think that
I
would be
have
a
no
great.
doubt that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Truly
Yes.
do. I mean, money is energy and we are just flowing energy. I just think it's just natural for it to just flow to me because
Right.
the energy that I'm putting out there.
That's right.
Thank you. I
That's right.
appreciate that so much.
Yes, that's right. And see that, like you said, nothing happens by coincidence. You were already thinking that, and when you said that, idea just popped right into my head because it
Mm.
was like 2 shows ago that I just had her on my podcast, and she thoroughly talked about that, how she didn't have any idea how
Oh,
she was going to get the money for the wellness center, and yeah, so I think,
it's no mistake that I had to say that.
yeah,
And it's
say
funny
that.
because I do podcasts all the time. I mean, I do like at least one or two a week, and I never ever brought that up. But for some reason in my meditation today, it came up that I should bring up this sponsorship thing. And now I
Right.
understand why.
Go with the flow.
So,
Yeah, see,
yeah, go with the flow.
you already set the intention, Maria, that
I
we have
did.
a connection, and we do. We have a similar frequency, and that's why we can speak with each other and engage so effortlessly, so authentically, and so genuinely. It's nothing scripted, it's nothing theatric, it's just is what it is. It's just when you're speaking
Hmm.
from the heart, when you're speaking from your intentions, what you want to do, when you're speaking from, you know, who you are, your goals, whatever it is, just from here, then you can't make that up. You
I
cannot make
agree.
up alignment with someone. You can try to fake it and see what they're doing. No, I don't believe in that. I believe that, I just set my frequency and attract those that are on those frequencies. I don't match anyone's frequency. I'm not trying to match anyone's frequency. I'm just being my own, radiating my own frequency and attracting those that radiate similar frequencies. And here we are.
Same. Exactly. That's why when you said let's go with the flow, you want to go with the flow, I was like, let's go for it. Let's do it.
Yep. And
Yeah.
here we are about to conclude another segment that
Mm.
effortlessly. And it was some really heartfelt, enlightening, just amazing, high vibrational conversation. And I love it because it's like I said before, I don't know if I said it to you, but it's like medicine. It's like
Mhm.
exercise. Like just right here, I just had a is equivalent. And I just went to the gym physically for my body to work out, except this is for my spirit and for my mind
Yeah.
and for my emotions. This is what
Got to
I'm
work
doing
out
right.
all three.
This is what I'm doing right now.
Beautiful. I
Yes.
love it.
Right, right. Yeah. So before we conclude today, is there any last things that you would like to share? And by the way, before I say that, anytime you're ready to come back on, you already know. Like I said, I already put it out there. So now we have to hold each other to it that you're a regular. So yeah.
I love it. I'm down for it, a thousand
Yeah.
percent.
Just to talk. If you
Listen,
just I just want to just talk. Let's do it.
I actually, so I wanted to touch base a little bit, just my last words, kind of what that the doctor had said, Dr. Helen, was about how life does not happen to us. It happens for us. And
Right.
I used to be a why me person. I wasn't just followed by the dark cloud. I was the dark cloud.
Right.
I went from being the dark cloud to the light. I went from being that darkness to I attract all of this type of stuff into my life now. We have the most amazing power within us. We are this incredible universe power. We are source energy. And it
Right.
sounds woo-woo, but when you start to acknowledge that, test the universe. Test the universe. Show
Yes.
me what you got. And it
Right.
shows you. Oh, your life will change. It will change. It's
Right.
amazing. So
Right. Like even like you said, how we attract, people and even this, I don't, I know for a fact that you didn't make that up, that you've been wanting to bring this up about, funding and sponsorship. And I picked up on that frequency and there you go. And that's just how it works all the time. If you open yourself up, relax, get out of your own way, things like this happen all the time. Whatever you need will be drawn to you, especially if it's something that it's not imposing anything on anyone else. It's not anything harmful. It's not, and now we can attract harmful things to us, but I'm just speaking from my perspective. I feel like we're more in alignment when there's something, that's just with great intentions behind it. And you know, that's not imposing or causing any harm to anyone else. I think we draw that to us effortlessly. And I'm so used to it now. It's not like, wow. I mean, yeah, it's still
right.
wow, but it's not like a surprise anymore. It's still
No, it
exciting
still
and I'm
wowed
still
me, but
thankful.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm still
yes.
thankful and it's still amazing. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me. It is what it is. I already
Mhm.
know. I know,
Yeah.
I give a wink to to God, to the universe, to say, man, I know this. I know what you're doing. So that's amazing.
Yes.
So yes, we're down to about 2 minutes. So thank you very much again, Maria, Karma Free Living, for coming on Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. Again, thank you everyone for watching and or listening. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe button, share this, help the platform grow. Share this with other people. Subscribe, like I said, leave comments, questions. Hit up the website as well, 333empower.com. See you soon. If you think you'll be a great guest for the show, send an email to 333empower@gmail.com. See you soon. Love and appreciation.